I'm sorry if I pronounce your names wrong. Rina Zelmar is asking, thank you for all your hard work, Ali. Thank you so much. I would be interested in your thoughts on dressing and breaking the rules for your body type. How might one take an outfit that traditionally maybe not follow your kibbe recommendations, but still style it to make it work for you? I'm thinking use of color and texture, heels or jewelry, hair, cuffing, belting, and so on. Very good question. I'm gonna leave the link down below on this video that kibbe is not a style. Anyway, as far as different styles, they already have their own lines, their own color combinations, their own prints, their own looks. So we really mix those two subjects sometimes. And there is, however, a tendency to connect body types to the styles. What I can say, basically you can always break the rules. And again, this is another video that I want you to watch, how to create an outfit for the body types. Basically, if you dress up, like if you take Kibbe's book Metamorphosis and you find your type and then you read all the recommendations for blouses, jackets, pants or skirts, accessories, hats, shoes, stockings, I don't know, whatever. So you take everything into account and then you are just following every step. That can be too funny looking or too much exaggerated. It's basically not needed because there can be too many accents or something from time to time. Especially for sometimes that when Kibbe recommends some brighter accessories, some accents, some geometry, some color blocks, something bright, yeah? So if you choose everything in every category that has bright trim, edgy, asymmetric, with some interesting prints and so on, sometimes they can look too much over the top. So their recommendations is more like, so you would start feeling more your vibe and just work in that direction. And then you can choose any style you want. You just choosing one piece or two pieces that can whether soften you if you are softer type, that proportionally can calm down the situation. That also happens. So you just choose one certain thing that is slightly shorter or slightly longer. You just choose for yourself which one works for your type, for example. Flamboyant naturals can normally pull off oversized top and oversized bottom. They don't lose their charm and they don't lose their proportions and their elegance with that silhouette because this is their frame. This is how they're built. So that normally what happens, if a different type is trying that very free on top, very free on the bottom, she can look like she got lost in that amount of clothes and wide lines. That can just make your proportions look slightly weird. So all you're doing is trying to make it closer to the body. Whether you changing one of the pieces to a smaller piece, like narrower, closer to the body, just to calm down again your proportion, to balance it out, or you use a belt to make it again closer to your body, or you're doing something else, or you're just putting something on top that is again smaller to balance that. It's all about balancing that. You can choose any style you want, and unfortunately I don't know, you didn't write me what exactly style you try to express and why you feel like you, by your type, you can't express it. If you are romantic and you're dreaming about looking like dramatic, you can still do that, but just choosing slightly softer lines, slightly curved. Dramatics can pull off vertical line very well without any waist emphasis. They just look elegant in that. For romantics, that can be slightly bulky. They can feel awkward with that. You can choose any style you want. It's just a matter of what lines you're using to express it. And fabric also can balance things sometimes. Sugar Plum K is asking, hi Ali, thank you for all your helpful videos. Thank you. It took me a while, but I think I'm a romantic body type. It explains a lot about what works and doesn't look the best on me. I do like smart, tailored, classic styles, but how do I get that polished look as a romantic? Thanks, Ali. Thank you so much for your question. Yeah, I understand your struggle, and this is what Kibbe says about romantics. You are a woman descended from another era, a time that was gracious, beautiful, and filled with sweet radiance. But we live in a different world and we live in different time. We live in smart casual time. I totally understand what you mean by that. Sometimes romantics, when they are following some fashion influencers, they might feel like it's like you're trying to put a ball into a square box, or you're trying to put a circle into a square. Yes, that's true. Everything extremely sharp and very tailored and very stiff can really make the look heavy for romantics. But there are some things that you can do to balance that. First of all, don't go for very elongated things. If on top you have a blazer, don't go super long to the hip area. It also depends on what kind of romantic you are. If you are very tiny and small, then everything that would be slightly shorter on your hips, that would be better than if it's something super elongated. Another thing is if you're lifting your body up with high heels. High heels can actually really balance a lot. It's balancing a lot of proportions for many women, for many small women, because it helps you to pull off vertical lines. This is why we like wearing heels. This is why we like wearing platforms. It helps us to pull off vertical line that we want. Vertical line meaning everything head to toe, same color, same texture actually too, and same shape sometimes too, because sometimes you can break the vertical line with textures, with shapes. So vertical line would be something very straight and long and elongated and same color. So if you're trying to go for something longer, just don't go super long downstairs. If you have big boobs area, then definitely think about something to get back to your body at least a little bit under your boob area, because under boob area there's gonna be some emptiness, because there's normally some waist there, and also under boobs there's some emptiness, right? So if it's not close to the body and you don't have high heels especially, or something that lifts you up a little bit and makes you slightly more elongated, then it all is turning you into a balloon. So the only thing is, if you are wearing something pretty stiff, let's say you're wearing a blazer, then one of the things could be getting a blazer that would be not very elongated, making it slightly short up to maybe this bone, maybe a little bit longer or slightly higher. So something more liquid should be here. I also understand the concern that nowadays blazers with peplums or blazers with waist emphasis are probably not super trendy. I need to check trends for 2022 actually, because maybe that is back on trend already. So we're gonna check that. But as I know for now, so many women go for that relaxed, that very straight blazers, very elongated. That all looks great, but on other types, and romantics can have hard times with that. Yeah, so I think if your blazer is opened, then there probably you have some top and pants. So top should better be tucked inside of the pants, so you would have some kind of a waist emphasis here and some kind of coming back fabric after it's landing your boobs. We preferably want this fabric to go back to your body. It doesn't have to be high-waisted. Normal-waisted would also be fine. Different women have different proportions. Even some romantics, they are different. For some romantics who have slightly shorter legs, for them probably high-waisted would be amazing. Some romantics, they have normal legs, so for them if they go too high-waisted, they can make their torso look super small and they just start feeling whether like a little girl or just awkward. So you just look for yourself what kind of proportions you have, what it does to your proportions. Then you can choose pants with some drapes here that would go slightly around your butt. That can also look amazing. And also pants that would be slightly smaller to the bottom, going narrower around your ankle. That also can look very feminine for that kind. It's all about how it's tailored, how those things tailored. And getting back to the blazer, if you don't like peplums or anything like that, you can still check if there is a blazer with just a little bit of curve here on the sides. It doesn't have to be completely tight on you or just be exactly on your waist. But again, just imitate the curve slightly on the sides. That can change a lot of things. Or slightly curved here at the front. If you don't like this too, if you really like blazers that are long, elongated, and straight, you can go for that. But then in this case, higher heels for sure to lift yourself up a little bit. Then don't go super bulky on the pants. Again, make them slightly narrower, so not to make you look very heavy, not to make your body look very heavy. So it would be opened and we could see something here, like some waist here. As a romantic, you can always balance things also with your hair. Very nice, healthy, shiny hair would be great. Maybe with some accessories, something gentle here, like a chiffon scarf. They can all balance it a little bit. Subscribe on my Pinterest for 13 boards as an inspiration for the body types. Also, you can subscribe on my Instagram. All the links I'm gonna leave down below. Also, you can become my sponsor or subscribe on my Patreon for some exclusive videos, some early access to these videos, and just if you want to support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.